This is good racing, ladies and gentlemen, here. The crowd are going bananas against another Poole 5-1. Good evening and welcome to our Pirates TV viewers. I'm Scott Mitchell, your presenter and commentator for this evening's meeting, and tonight we have a meeting for you. It's the Poole Marine Pirates against the Glasgow Tigers in the Cab Direct Championship. Now, we all remember the Glasgow Tigers coming down here on a second leg with a 14-point lead and only losing by 4 and heading back north with the championship trophy. So, the Pirates still a little bit upset about that, and they'll be trying to do something about that tonight. What have the Pirates been up to? Well, they've set sail up to the northern area, took on Glasgow last week and won up there by 2 points. And then on the Saturday in the afternoon, raced against Workington and won by 16 points. So that's put Poole Pirates on the top of the championship on 22 points. What are Glasgow up to? Well, they're sat in 5th in the table. They're battling for that 4th place. Workington are currently sat there. In 6th, the Redcar Bears, and in 7th are the Edinburgh Monarchs. But the one thing and the trump card that the Glasgow Tigers have for them is that they've got matches in hand. The one thing they will be worried about, their stuff on the road this year has not been good. So, one thing that I'm concerned about is 40 wins in a row here at Wimborne Road for Pirates. That's what they're protecting. They last lost here on the 8th of June 2022 against Leicester. So, what do we think is going to happen tonight? Well, let's head over to the pits, find our roaming reporter Rob Dyer, and see if he can shed any light on it.
Well, pit side and time to have a quick chat with Neil Middleditch of the Pirates before we get going in tonight's meeting. Neil, bit of revenge in the air, I think, tonight, because the Glasgow boys almost tore our hearts out, I think, at the end of last season, but they've not really struck their straps yet, and the chance for us to get going.
No, that's right. And so we've got to be very wary of them, haven't we? Really, they come down here. They've ridden well here. Obviously, they nicked the title off us last year. So yeah, as you say, it's a bit of a revenge in the air for us.
And it comes on the back of the Pirate win at Glasgow on Friday night. Now, that takes some doing up at Ashfield. They were unbeaten so far up there, but the Pirates went there and turned them over, and a class result for the boys here. Yeah,
it was a great northern tour for the boys, obviously working into the next day as well. So, but yeah, Glasgow particularly, I mean, that was really sweet. I'm sure Javi was, well, I know he was. You know, we spoke after the meeting and he was absolutely buzzing about it, and so were the boys. So it's nice to do that, you know, just to sort of put some pressure on everybody else. They're all looking at us, and I think, look at the social networks now. All the haters are coming out about everything about the track, about everything. So yeah, bring it on.
Top of the tree, top of the league, just where the Pirates want to be heading towards the playoffs. Okay, I know the playoffs can be a completely different ball game when we get there, but to be top of the pile and have first choice must be an advantage. Yeah,
that's right. As long as we can stay there, yeah, we can pick who we race against, and hopefully that'll be as you say, to our advantage. But yeah, we've done it before. You know, we've finished top and not won, and we've snuck in on 4th in the playoffs and won it. So it's anything can happen.
And tonight, Bomber's in town, so we're guaranteed lots of entertainment. Pirate Boy's obviously looking to lower his colours, but he's a genuine out-and-out racer and puts bums on seats.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, there's nothing you can't say about Bomber. You know, I mean, he's just such a great guy, such a great rider. And you know, if you want to see a racer, you know, if you look up in the dictionary, there's a picture of Bomber. You know, I've worked with him over the years as Team GB manager as well, and he's just a lovely guy.
And unfortunately, they're missing Steve Worrell, who it would have been nice to have welcomed back to the Pirate stage. He's out injured at the moment, or ill at the moment. Ben Barker comes in, and we know what Ben Barker can do on this track.
Yeah, that's right. Ben's a bit of an enigma sometimes. He can come down here and bang in sort of 10, 12, 13 points, or he can have a bad one. So we'll just have to see which Ben Barker turns up tonight.
Well, let's hope Pirates end up top of the tree as they have been right the way through this last couple of weeks. And you're leading the men to 3 points tonight.
Yeah, hope so. Thank you.
Thanks, Neil. Okay, a chance to welcome Leon Flint down to Poole Stadium. Leon, good to have you back here, and you come with the Glasgow Tigers, a new team for you in 2024. How do you feel you've been settling in up there at Ashfield?
Yeah, it's been good. Just struggling a little bit at home, just a bit too inconsistent for my liking, but yeah, I feel like it's coming good recently, so yeah, we're looking to try and put in a big result tonight.
It was a bit of a disappointing outcome on Friday for you because the Pirates came up to Glasgow and stole the league points, but an opportunity almost straight away to try and get a little bit of revenge here at Poole Stadium tonight.
Yeah, most definitely. It's again not going to be an easy task, but yeah, last Friday night I believe if I pulled my finger out a bit more and stopped dropping silly points, we probably could have got the win. Maybe not easy, but comfortable. But yeah, looking to redeem myself tonight. Made a few changes, trying some new stuff tonight. So fingers crossed it goes all well.
Yeah, that's good. Let's hope that it does work out for you. It's been an interesting season, really, because Speedway of Nations has recently passed, and that turned out to be a great event for you.
Yeah, again, that was a very good meeting for me. Showed what I can do, and probably raised a few eyebrows. But yeah, I know I've got it in the tank. It's just about putting out there a bit more consistent.
And you've got a pretty busy schedule because not only doing the championship for the Tigers, up in the Premiership with the Brummies, and of course a little bit in Poland as well. How do you keep your calendar running smoothly?
I don't. Nah, got a lot of people that help me behind the scenes, that help me try and make it go as smoothly as possible. But yeah, it's tough. But I'm not the only person doing it, so. Yeah, can take a toll on you at times, but it's a long winter, so try and get as much meetings in. And
they all add to your development and your learning, don't they?
Yeah, that's it. Getting tired of hearing that now. Just want everything to click. But yeah, need to sometimes a bit too hard on myself, and need to sit back and look how far I have come. But yeah, I'm ready to get the foot down and get my progression through a bit higher.
Well, I'm sure you're going to entertain the folks here at Poole Stadium this evening. Thanks for your time, Leon. Have a very safe meeting and an enjoyable one for you.
Thank you very much.
So, here are the run of the riders for this evening's meeting. We'll start with the Pirates, and at number 1, Richard Lawson. Phenomenal 27 race wins here at Wimborne Road in 2024. Disqualified in Heat 1 at Glasgow on Friday, but still managed to stop score with 11 and 12 at Workington the following day. The Rocket Man is revving up in the championship. At number 2, Tobias THOMSEN. Big crash here for him last week. Saw him miss out on the Northern Tour of Workington and Glasgow at the weekend. He's declared himself fit for tonight's meeting. Time will tell how fit he is. At number 3, Ben Cook. The Pirates captain's really leading the side in the last few weeks. Big 19 points over the weekend over the 2 meetings. Shows he's bringing his game to the championship this season. At number 4, Zach Cook. Wins on Eurosport over Premiership heat leaders for the Brummies have seen rack record back to the Birmingham outfit to the end of the season. That's good news for the Poole fans. More racing, better riding. At number 5, Tom Brennan. 15-point max for him last Wednesday here against the Scorpions. Still didn't get Rider of the Night, but his valuable knowledge on away tracks is helping the Pirates no end for their championship bid. At number 6, Sam Hagon. By his own admission, not quite hitting the heights of the early season form, still a vital part in why the Pirates sit where they do in the league. At number 7, Vinnie FOORD. 7+2 last week here at Wimborne Road, 11+2 on the northern trip. The last 7 days have been great for our new young Pirate and our team manager, the ever-present Neil Middleditch. So we move over to the Glasgow Tigers. At number 1, Chris Harris, the 2018 Pirate and 3-time British champion, returns. This track seems to make him into some sort of hero, and he'll need some of that tonight if Glasgow are going to turn the Pirates over. At number 2, Jack Smith, the Staffordshire-born lad, a former British champion's son, Andy, his dad. His pedigree is there. Can he upset the Pirates tonight? At number 3, Leon Flint, Northumberland-born racer, has good meetings here and had a good one last time for Berwick. 7 points on his last outing. He'll be looking for a little more than that tonight. At number 4, Matej IVACIC, the Slovenian racer. It's his first year in the British Speedway and his first visit to Wimborne Road. But he is Slovenian champion 4 times. At number 5, Ben Barker. The Plymouth man comes in for the Eel, Steve Worrell. He's an all-action rider, so keep your eyes on him. At number 6, James Pearson. Sydney-born Aussie is in his 3rd season in British Speedway. Scored just a point on his last visit, but he'll be looking for more than that tonight. And at number 7, Jason Garrad. 9 years out of the sport, races for Oxford in the National League. He was a champion with them last year. And their ever-present manager is Cami Brown.
So we're just looking down the Glasgow line there. Some of the bikes have already headed towards the centre green. 1 or 2 others just being finally prepped so that they come out on parade. And the famous face of Andy Smith there with Jack Smith's equipment coming out to parade. Andy, of course, multi-British champion in his day of racing, and now Jack Smith doing a good job for the Glasgow Tigers, especially up there on home soil. It'll be interesting to see how he goes this evening here at Wimborne Road. Tigers, of course, bring in Ben Barker as a guest, and you never know quite what you're going to get with Ben, but whatever it is, it's no doubt spectacular, and we look forward to seeing him parading his skills around Wimborne Road this evening. We've got a gaggle of Tigers ready just to go out on parade there, and good to see Bombers here, James Pearson, Jason Garrad and Matej IVACIC, the recent signings there for the Tigers, just to give a boost to their hopes of making the end of season playoffs. And round we go on to the Pirate side with skipper Ben Cook there holding his Aussie flag very proudly. Ben, who's racing all over the UK and the continent at the moment, and racking up scores wherever he goes. We move on to Tobias THOMSEN there. It's fantastic to see Tobias back after his spill last week. He missed the trips up north, but talking to him earlier on this evening, he's feeling much better. He's walking much better, and looking forward to getting back on track and showing what he really can do, because he was very disappointed with his 2-point return last week. Tom Brennan just prepping there, ready to go racing. Tom, who's again chasing him, starts all over the world at the moment. Poland, UK, Sweden, you name it, Tom's there. And yes, he was in Sweden last night, so hurried trip back this morning to pick up the van and head on down to Poole Stadium. Cook brothers and Neil Middleditch in shot. Midlow, of course, delighted with the away performances up north when the Pirates' team management duties were in the control of Gary Havelock. Zach Cook there just sitting, having his energy drink before meeting starts. And what a vital fellow Zach Cook is in the engine room of the team. Very reliable indeed, and earning a recall to the Birmingham Brummies after an impressive guest outing up there 10 days ago. Sam Hagen sitting with his head in the fan there. It's one of those days today, and riders inside those Kevlar suits will certainly be feeling the heat as we go racing in a few minutes' time. And Sam there just contemplating how things are going to go. Next week, of course, Sam moves into the team proper, swaps places with Tobias THOMSEN, so that will mean an enforced change in the Pirates lineup, and it'll be very interesting to see how that change of personnel actually affects the Pirates' performance. They're in great form at the moment with 2 away victories over the course of the weekend, and so not perhaps wanting to disturb the balance too much, but averages dictate. And so next time we're here at Wimborne Road, we'll see Sam Hagen probably riding up at number 2 and Tobias THOMSEN down at number 6. So there we go. That's a quick spin down the Pirates line. Just to say, of course, unfortunately the technology doesn't allow us to get too close into the Glasgow area of the pits. If we could, we would, but unfortunately not quite possible with the strength of the signals that we can achieve here at Wimborne Road. The Rocket Man doing rocket exercises before the start of the meeting. A great weekend for Richard, and no doubt fantastic races again tonight we can expect with Richard and Chris Harris going head to head. Richard, who sits currently at the top of the Championship League averages according to the last edition of the Speedway Bible, the Speedway Star, and he's in really plumb form for the Pirates. And back with the Tigers all together there, just waiting for to be summoned onto track. And that summons is being made right away. So with that little preview, it's time to pass you back to Scott Mitchell up in the grandstand, who'll take you through the introductions and then on into racing. Over to you, Scotty.
Cheers, Rob. Lovely job as always. As you can see, a bumper crowd in this evening once again. School holidays have hit home for a week, and yeah, we've got a 1 or 2 in tonight. Grandstand is absolutely packed to the rafters. And as you can see down on Ben's 1, spreading round to 2. 1 or 2 in this evening. But then we can't forget how Glasgow managed to turn us over in that championship final on aggregate last year. But the riders are soon heading out, so we'll hand you over and let you have a little listen to our stadium announcer, Nigel Leahy.
For revenge after the Pirates narrowly got the better of them on Friday. They are the Glasgow Allied Vehicles Tigers! Revenge may be on the agenda for the Tigers. Our boys in blue are carrying the momentum of 6 wins in succession. It's an impressive record for the 2024 side. They're battling for glory in the Championship League. Please welcome your table-topping Poole Pirates! Welcome for both sides here at Wimborne Road on a sunny evening to greet us for some sunshine speedway. Well, of course, the Tigers are the reigning league champions, and when these two sides met on Friday, it was a thriller. We saw the Tigers go down by the narrowest of margins in a last heat decider. They're feeling the loss, of course, of Steve Worrell, who's out through an ear infection, but never discount the wounded animals. The Tigers regroup. They are able to settle the score. They have a good guest in score as well this evening. So let's meet our Glasgow Allied Vehicle Tigers. At number 7, he was drafted in by the Tigers 12 days ago after putting himself in the championship shop window as a guest. It's Jason Garrad. Number 6, he was sensational at Ashfield on Friday. He contributed a big 13 points. Watch out tonight for James Pearson. At 5, answering the Tigers' call as a guest, never short on commitment to all 4 laps, Ben Barker. At number 4, a rider who came in with that team reshuffle recently 4 times, Slovenian champion Matej IVACIC. Hitting double figures is becoming a more regular occurrence. The Tigers' number 3, Flint. Number 2 moved into the top 5 this month after proving himself early season, Jack Smith. And of course at number 1, never a dull moment when he's on track. His never give up style is absolute box office captain Chris Bobber Harris. Quite probably the most popular rider, or either the home side or the away side, here at Wimborne Road. Well, he's always welcome here. Well, firmly placed at the top of the table and 2 away wins this week, I couldn't be prouder to introduce your Wessex Marine Pirates! At number 7, he repaid the faith from the Pirates management, getting some big scores and a Rider of the Night award last week, Vinnie FOORD! At number 6, still capable of gaining the big scalps, of course he's the British Under-21 champion, Sam Hagen! Number 5, quickly becoming untouchable, both home and away, a paid maximum last Wednesday and on Saturday, Tom Brennan! Up 4, another rider who grabs the important heats by the horns, Zach Cook. At 3, our supercharged skipper of the Pirates, Captain Cook, Ben Cook. How about this at number 2, he's tough as nails, he's taken off another injury scare, you can't keep him down, Tobias THOMSEN! And another paid maximum scorer last Wednesday, he's our dependable number 1, Richard Lawson! So with Bomber, Chris Harris and Ben Cook, the 2 captains are going to spin a coin to choose gate positions. Chris Harris calls heads, and it is heads, so Chris will choose. We go 1 and 3. He's going 1 and 3 for the Tigers in heat number 1.
So there we go then. There's all the pre-match rituals out of the way, the coin toss, the guys getting the bikes across, all the announcements. We are a few minutes away from getting us underway. A few practice starts for the boys to check the machines. I do have to say I was a little bit worried about Tobias THOMSEN and his fitness. Walking around without a limp, and if you saw that accident last week for him here on Pirates TV, then you'd have known that was a bit of a haymaker. He did go off the wrong side and bounced into the fence at a pretty hefty rate. There in shot you see our captain Ben Cook. Due to get back into the pits, riders wanting to make a few changes or not make any changes at all. There we go, in shot, the hard charging Ben Barker. Looks a good a grip out there wide tonight, that'll suit Barker. And there you go. Marshall says enough's enough, out with the red flag, everybody comes on in.
on to our meeting sponsors this evening, Link Fabrication and Machinery, owned by Keith and Christine.
Brennan and Leon Flint there, both involved with the SGB setup. Yeah, Brennan was the one who maybe that's how he got involved with Pirates, was his win here with Glasgow at the end of 2013, picking up the Cami Direct Championship, heading back to Glasgow with it. Richard Lawson there, just put a bit of methanol in the tank. You don't want him to do a George Russell, do we? Way underweight when he comes back in and have the race taken off him. He's going to have a tough one out there in his first heat. Harris will be off the inside of the Rocket Man.
Photography on the outside of the track, a consideration for rider safety, of course, and we would ask you to cooperate by not recording.
Touch cooling going on there, topping up the juice.
And it is being covered by Pirates TV.
You see Zach Cook.
Broadcast to the nation from Wimborne Road.
Now he knows the gate positions. He can fill in the gate positions.
Resulted in Glasgow winning the toss.
Blue in gate 2, blue in gate 3, blue in gate 1, and red in gate 4.
And finally, a mention to our popular post-meeting roundup, which is taking place these days in front of the grandstand.
That's the Bartman. He's a mechanic for Ben Cook here at Poole. Sam Hagen spoiled for choice. Father Martin there, just filling up the chain oiler, which goes in through the tube of the frame. Captain Cook just coming along, wishing his boys all the best in the first heat. 2 minutes is on. Although I can't see the clock working as we speak. There it is, the 2 minutes is on. Richard Lawson has got the foot spade out already, doing a bit of gardening there on gate 4, having a look to see which is the best. Colin, our start marshal, he's our marshal for the evening. Rob Wadham, our usual start marshal, who does 50-50 with Colin, he's on holiday. How inconsiderate. Having a whale of a time in Australia from what I can see on social media. And if you are watching and it's silly o'clock in the morning in Australia, Rob, well, you have a beaut, mate. We'll see you when you're back. Others watching in Australia are the Cook brothers, mum and dad, Mick and Liz. So here we go then. Heat 1 sponsored by KD Wardrobes. And off gate 1 in yellow is Jack Smith for the Tigers. In gate 2 in blue for the Pirates is Tobias THOMSEN. In gate 3 in white for the Gladiators is Chris Bomber Harris. And in gate 4 in red is Richard Lawson for the Pirates. So we're down to nearly 10 seconds on the clock. Our start marshal's happy. Heat 1 is up and away, and it looks like a good one from Lawson on the outside. A bit of push and shove there from Jack Smith. He gave Tobias THOMSEN a shove. It's Lawson out front. Harris in hot pursuit. Lawson and Harris trying different parts of the track already to see where there's more grip. Tobias THOMSEN now making a few bike lengths on Jack Smith at the back, coming around the inside. It's 2 races in 1 here. Tobias THOMSEN really having a good look at Jack Smith. Looks like Lawson's safe at the front. All the action's the back. Tobias THOMSEN definitely looks quicker than Jack Smith. He's just waiting for a slight mistake. THOMSEN now really going to have to go high and wide if he's going to try anything. It's a win for Richard Lawson. It's red, white, yellow and blue as they come over the line.
From the front in heat number 1, the Pirates number 1, Richard Lawson.
And there's your winner of Heat 1, Richard Lawson, his 28th race win this season here at Wimborne Road. So, confirmation of the Heat 1 result. It's a 3-all Heat score. It's a win for Richard Lawson in red. For the Pirates, in second in white was Chris Harris. For the Tigers in third, a nice third for Jack Smith in yellow. And at the back was Tobias THOMSEN in blue. So, your score after one heat is 3 to the Pirates and 3 to the Tigers.
Number 1, and it's Rocket Man. In the red helmet colour.
And as you can see on the way in here, the two riders on the inside very close to one another, and Jack Smith got the drive, kicked his back wheel out, sending Tobias THOMSEN quite wide. And then that was the tail of the race. Lawson tried just off the inside and Harris was there on the inside, and so Lawson just had to keep an eye on that. But yeah, here we go then. Heat 2, it's the reserve races. These can be big outcomes early doors in the meeting. These can spin the meetings on their head. Here we go then. This one's sponsored by Compact Lifting Services. In gate 1 in red we have Sam Hagen for the Pirates. In gate 2 in white we have James Pearson for the Tigers. In gate 3 in blue we have Vinnie FOORD for the Pirates. And in gate 4 in yellow we have Jason Garrad for the Tigers.
Vinnie FOORD. Tigers riding in white on gate number 2. Watch out for James Pearson. And in yellow is race partner on gate 4, Jason Garrad.
So the riders line up. Still 42 seconds on the start clock. Now down to 30. Two-minute clock. I don't think always helps all the riders coming in. Now Hagen asked for the green light to be shown. We all seem good and ready. Heat number 2 is underway. It's Pearson out front. It's Vinnie FOORD going around the outside. What a super move from Vinnie FOORD. Hagen missed the start totally there. James Pearson is the pick of the reserves here for the Tigers, and Vinnie FOORD's got out front and he's just trying to ride a sensible race here. Pearson's behind him. Sam Hagen's now in hot pursuit of Pearson. It's Jason Garrad at the back. Sam now catching in bike length after bike length, catching Pearson. Going into turn 3 wide, made a nice turn of that and caught up a few bike lengths. He's going to try the same again. The crowd will get behind him if he gets close. This is good racing here for second and third. Wide into turn 3 again from Hagen. He's going to try and come up the inside. It's a win for Vinnie FOORD. Second in white, James Pearson. Third in red, Sam Hagen. And coming in yellow at the back was Jason Garrad. Super win there for Vinnie FOORD. Here is your race winner in blue, becoming a proud favourite here. As you can hear, this young fella just loves winning races. Here's the confirmation of the Heat 2 result. It's a 4-2 result in favour of the Pirates. And it's a win for Vinnie FOORD in blue for the Pirates. In second, James Pearson for the Tigers in white. In third was Sam Hagon in red for the Pirates. And at the back was Jason Garrad for the Tigers. So, after 2 heats, the match score 7 to the Pirates, 5 to the Tigers.
Second in white, James Pearson. Third in red was Sam Hagon. Fourth in yellow, Jason Garrad. Pirates take a 2-point lead from Heat.
Here we go from the line. Vinnie FOORD made a good one there. Didn't get caught into trying to cut James Pearson off. Stayed on the line. There's still a bit of dirt there at the moment mid-track. And that was absolutely lovely from him. And he then stayed on that line, made himself very difficult to pass. Pearson had a good look at him for the first lap or two, but then it looked like Sam Hagon was then catching him up. He was getting him bike length after bike length on the corner, and he got right up behind him and on the line just got within a sort of bike of him, but unfortunately so there we see bumper crowd in this evening. Sat in the sunlight the first half of the stands. The top half in the shade. It's a bit cooler up there in the back of the stands. I sat up there a bit earlier. You remember there's the aggregate point available this evening as well on this meeting. Back from Friday, and the aggregate score is 53-49 to the Pirates as we speak. Another little track raid after Heat 2. As you can see, grading the inside off a little. Bit grippy going into the turns, I could imagine, but tough day to prepare a track. There's the Never in Doubt corner up there. As Pirates fans travel home and away. I know some of them went up for the Northern Tour, headed up to Glasgow for the Friday and Workington for the Saturday afternoon. So our tractor's all done with the grading. He leaves the track, and I'm sure the 2 minutes will be put on immediately by our referee tonight, who is Chris Gay.
2 minutes on the clock for Ben Cook and Zach Cook on behalf of the Pirates, Leon Flint and Matej IVACIC for the Tigers.
You can see Matej IVACIC coming out. In yellow, it's his first visit. Slovenian champion 4 times, 20, 21, 22 and 23. So he knows his way around the track. Does he know his way around here for the first time? So here we go. Heat 3 then, sponsored by BIAS Technology. On the inside in gate 1, in white is Leon Flint for the Tigers. In gate 2 in blue is Zach Cook for the Pirates. In gate 3 in white is Matej IVACIC for the Tigers. And gate 4 in red is Ben Cook, Captain Cook for the Pirates.
Slovenian champion Matej IVACIC on gate number 3 in yellow.
Must always be difficult coming to a new track for the first time and then having to race it in your first heat. Matej IVACIC, being from Slovakia, I suppose he's Slovenia, sorry. He's had to do that an awful lot from his country coming over here this year. Tapes go up and away we go in heat 3. And there we go. The Tigers out front. They're in a 5-1 position. Zach Cook having to go around the outside now, getting into the big stuff. There's still plenty of movement at the front. Ben Cook there got totally filled in, but he now takes up the chase as he starts to go for Leon Flint. Flint drifts off the line. Oh, leaves a little space up the inside, but Cook couldn't take advantage. But it's IVACIC out front in yellow. I was just saying how difficult it is to come to a track for the first time, and he's out there leading it. Cook brothers trail at the moment. Lots of grip on the track. One last chance for Ben Cook round the outside. Still a bit grippy, so it's a win. And a 5-1 for the Glasgow Tigers. It's yellow, white, red and blue as they come over the line. It's a 5-1 heat advantage in the favour of the Tigers. There's your race winner. First time here, Matej IVACIC in yellow for the Glasgow Tigers, and nice ripple of applause there from the Poole fans to recognise that that's his first ride here, and he went out, trapped it and held on. Okay, so here's the confirmation of the heat 3 result. It's a 5-1 heat advantage to the Glasgow Tigers and a win for Matej IVACIC in yellow in second, followed on by his partner Leon Flint in white. In third was Ben Cook in red for the Pirates, and at the back was Zach Cook in blue. So our heat score after 3 heats, our match score after 3 heats is 8 to the Pirates and 10 to the Tigers. But more importantly, the all-important bonus point is now 54 each over the 2 meetings. And here we see a fast start in Slovenia, and he was gone. Took charge of the turn like he'd been here 50 times. Super stuff from him. And head into heat 4. So here we go, here's our lineup for heat 4. This one's sponsored by Top Class Consultancy. In gate 1 in yellow for the Tigers is Jason Garrad. Gate 2 in blue for the Pirates, one first time out, Vinnie FOORD. Gate 3 in white for the Tigers, Ben Barker. And gate 4 in red for the Pirates, it's the 15-point max man from last week, it's Tom Brennan. Here we go then, the riders are up at tapes. And away we go, it's a good one from Vinnie FOORD again on the inside. Barker's around the outside of him. Vinnie FOORD's having a good look at him up the inside. But it's Brennan off the outside in red for the Pirates. Now being chased by Barker, but Vinnie FOORD's having a good look at Barker. Barker's drifted into no man's land. Vinnie FOORD looks more comfortable each race that he rides here. Tom Brennan never not looked comfortable. He's out front and starting to leave the pack. Jason Garrad has gone down at the back. He's still on the track, so the red lights will come out. Garrad has stayed down as well. I didn't quite see what happened there. I was watching the front rider, so he was on his own, so I'm only presuming it might have been a slide off, or whether he went right round looking at the direction the machine is facing. I wonder if he'd spun right round. You can see there manager Cami Brown coming out to see his rider. Captain Bomber Harris coming out too. We can confirm that the heat has been awarded, so there'll be no time for the heat. It's a 4-2 heat win in the favour of the Pirates as a result of heat 4. A win for Tom Brennan. He picks up the 3 points. In second place in white was Ben Barker for the Tigers. He picks up a couple. In third was Vinnie FOORD. He picks up a point, and failing to finish is Jason Garrad at the back in yellow. So with that, the match score after 4 heats is 12 to the Pirates and 12 to the Tigers. Cami Brown there just checking his social media. There we go, the Pirates in the sunshine. Assessment being made there of the stricken machine of Jason Garrad.
That result, of course, was a 4-2 victory to the Pirates, and he scored 11 after 4 races, 12 points apiece.
So Garrad is now up on his feet.
Which is always good to see. There was no time
Holding his
before the race was awarded, before it was completed.
arm there a little bit inside. He'll be taking a trip to the ambulance, I'm sure, to be checked over. I didn't quite happen to see what happened there. I was watching the front two. Jason Garrad there heading back to the pits, having a chat with Jack Smith. I'd imagine after that, we usually have a track grade after 4 heats, so I'm kind of expecting the tractor to be coming out and doing a couple of laps. Now you see the stricken Jason Garrad heading back for the pits, and we'll head over the pits as well with our roaming reporter Rob Dyer.
Okay, well, we've just seen Jason Garrad walk into the pits. He's holding his collarbone, as you will have seen, and it could well be that that's a nasty injury, but we keep our fingers crossed that he's okay, and maybe we'll see him out again in a few moments' time. Let's have a look down the line. There's a famous face in front of us. Look, Neil Middleditch and John Davis, two riders of yesteryear, two superstars of yesteryear, and good to see John here. He's fairly regular, looking after some of the gating skills of the Pirate boys, and I think we're going to try and go down to the end of the line and see if we can pick up Vinnie FOORD, who's had a good start to his evening with 4 points so far. Ben Cook, surprisingly, they're perhaps beaten in heat number 3, but Ben is just clearing off some of the muck off of the helmet. Vinnie's going to have a word with us. Vinnie, first of all, congratulations. A great win there to start your evening off, and another valuable point in Heat 4.
Yeah, well, that was my first win in Pirate colours, so that was pretty good, and it set me off to a good meeting so far. So, yeah, 1 point, I can't complain with that. I did what I had to do, and that was beat the reserve.
That's right, and gate 3 and straight out into the first bend and off and clearing away.
Yeah, it was good. I've always been told make the start and it makes the race a lot easier. So yeah, I'm just working on my starts. Got a new setup, and yeah, it's all coming together nicely now.
Hot day. The track's obviously had a lot of water on it. How did you find it?
Yeah, you know, I've done a few changes to the bike. It was pretty slick, but a bit of throttle control, and yeah, that sorts that out. So
2 more big races to come.
yeah, exactly. I just take them as they come, and yeah, hopefully score a few points on the way.
And congratulations on your work at the weekend up there at Glasgow and at Workington. Your points contributed to 2 fantastic away wins for the team.
Yeah, exactly. You know, the team rode really well, and yeah, I feel a lot more of a part of a team now, and yeah, I feel like I helped them win the meeting. So yeah.
Great reception as well from the grandstand after that win in Heat 2.
Yeah, the fans here, the crowd here is pretty cool, and yeah, they seem to have taken to me. So yeah, I can't thank them enough.
We'll leave you being cool. Have a look at the kit and make sure we go again well in heat number 8. Congratulations so far, Willie. So there's Vinnie, obviously a happy man after what's happened so far. Discussions in the pits here, Sam Hagen and Tom Brennan. No doubt working out how to get the Pirates' noses in front. Rounded off at the moment, 12 points each. So work to do for the Pirates. I think we knew that Glasgow weren't going to roll over and make it easy for the Pirates, especially after being turned over on their own circuit at the weekend. There's Tobias scrubbing down. Let's hope that he's okay and can pop a few points on the board towards the end of the evening. We're heading towards the Glasgow area. Let's see if there's anybody who we can just have a very quick word with. Team talk by the look of it down the end of the pits there. Ben Barker leading the discussions. Cami Brown on the phone, no doubt trying to line up a fresh reserve for some busy meetings that they've got coming up shortly. So let's hope that Jason isn't too badly knocked about, but we want to see all the riders come through the meeting safely. So as Glasgow boys had their huddle, they look to be smiling, so that's a good thing from the Glasgow point of view. And we'll see if we can just quickly catch up with Chris. Chris, quickly on the live stream. How you feeling?
Yeah, good.
You've had a bit of a problem with the old knee, but it's come good.
Yeah, knee's all right. Just racing in it. Am I out?
He says we're on, so we've got to let him go, as we should, of course. We stand well out of the way, and we'll let Chris and James get out there. Oh, Jack, is it? Yeah, Jack, who's going out with Chris this time to carry on the meeting in heat number 5. And back to you, Scotty.
Yeah, cheers, mate. I can see social media now. Bomber Harris gets excluded because of Pirates TV. Love it. No, we must let him on his way. Yeah, good stuff there from Rob, as always. We do love our pit camera action. Hi to all the meetings that are watching on Pirates TV. I'm sorry I didn't see your message last week till I finished the meeting, so I know you're watching this week. Down in the bar, the garden bar. Had a game of darts in there with them. Nice throw in there, it's all right. Here we come. Bomber's not going to get excluded because of Rob Dyer. He's out on track. He's got 50 seconds to get round the corner here. Ben and Zach doing a bit of gardening. Foot spade well and truly out for Zach Cook there, really having a good dig about. So here we go, Heat 5, sponsored by Trethowens. In Gate 1 in red is Ben Cook for the Pirates. In Gate 2 in yellow is Jack Smith for the Tigers. Gate 3 in blue is Zach Cook for the Pirates. And in Gate 4, the ever young in white, Chris Harris, captain of the Tigers. No messing about and away we go. It's a good one from the Cook brothers, but Bomber's got a line around the outside. Has he got the grip? He loves it when it gets a bit rough-eared, does Bomber. And Cook tries to spin it straight tight on him, but Bomber's got the momentum now. It's Chris Harris out front in white. What a masterful move. Kept wide, stayed wide. Ben Cook really is having a good look at him. But Bomber's not that easy to pass here at Wimborne Road. Well, to be fair, he's not easy to pass anywhere. Oh, he's got quick equipment. Zach Cook in blue, he's in third. And at the back is Jack Smith. He picked up a point in his earlier ride, but looks nowhere near on the pace in this one. But it's Bomber out front being chased, the two captains going at it. And as we come round to the checker flag, it looks like the Tigers captain's going to get the better this time. It's a win for the rider in white, Chris Harris. Second in red, Ben Cook. Third in blue, Zach Cook. And coming in at the back was Jack Smith in yellow. 3-all heat score is the result of heat 5. Here's your race winner going straight back in. Confirmation of your heat 5 result. It's a 3-all heat score. It's a win for Chris Harris in white for the Tigers. In second in red was Ben Cook for the Pirates. In third was Zach Cook in blue for the Pirates. And at the back on this occasion in yellow was Jack Smith for the Gladiators. So 5 heats down. Score on the night, 15 to the Pirates, 15 to the Tigers.
In the red helmet colour in second place, Ben Cook. Third in blue, Zach Cook. Fourth in yellow, Jack Smith.
Right, it's 2 minutes on from our referee Chris Gay, and he's moving the meeting and on nicely here. Yesterday there were fears of thunderstorms today, but they changed overnight. The thunderstorms are going to hit Dorset overnight this evening and maybe a little bit in tomorrow morning. So it's only going to be isolated and selected areas. So here we go then. We're already flying on to Heat 6. This one's sponsored by MB Wilkes. In Gate 1 in white is Ben Barker. He picked up a couple of points first time out for the Tigers. In Gate 2, Richard Lawson in red for the Pirates. He won first time out. Gate 3 in yellow for the Tigers is James Pearson. And in Gate 4 in blue is Tobias THOMSEN for the Pirates. Yeah, Tobias got squeezed out on the first turn and never managed to make it back up. In his first heat, he had one hell of a tumble here last week, going off the wrong side. Got to be honest, the way he flew towards the fence like Superman, I would nearly call him the Rocket Man last week. So here we go then. James Pearson's in and ready to go. Lawson's in at Gate 2. Barker on the inside in white. Who's going to make the jump? Barker's made one equal to Lawson. Lawson's gone wide. There's still a bit grip down low. And Lawson goes around the outside of Barker. At the same time, Tobias THOMSEN is trying to come up the inside of James Pearson. Pearson then goes out where the grip is, and he now takes... THOMSEN goes out where the grip is. He now takes chase after Ben Barker. Pearson at the back, he hasn't given this one up either. He's now taking chase after THOMSEN, but who's not taking chase after anybody? It's Richard Lawson out front, looking over his shoulder. He's managed to get some daylight, and he plans to continue on with it. And here we come to the line. It's a winner for your rider in red, Richard Lawson. Second, Barker. Third, THOMSEN. And at the back, coming in yellow was Pearson. So it was red, white, blue and yellow as they came over the line. Richard Lawson there taking the applause from the crowd. So here's the confirmation of the heat result of Heat 6. It's a 4-2 advantage in the favour of the Pirates. It's a win there for the Rocket Man in red, Richard Lawson for the Pirates. Second in white was Ben Barker for the Tigers. In third was Tobias THOMSEN in blue for the Pirates, and at the back, not for the lack of trying, was James Pearson in yellow for the Tigers. So the match score after 6 heats, the Pirates take a 2-point lead. It's 19 to the Pirates, 17 to the Tigers. It's our 2-minute clock underway. And round to Heat 7. This one sponsored, our team sponsors Wessex Marine. As you can see there on the inside, in red, is Tom Brennan for the Pirates. He won first time out. Gate 2 in white is Leon Flint for the Tigers. He followed his partner home for that only 5-1 of the evening so far. In gate 3 in blue, Sam Hagen for the Pirates, and in gate 4 for the Tigers, Matej IVACIC. He won first time out. First visit to the Pirates here. Trapped it and cleared off.
Gate number 4, a winner for his first ride around Wimborne Road, Matej IVACIC on gate number 4.
Start Marshall Collins starts to call the riders in. That's the digital ignition there, belonging to Tom Brennan. Away we go, and Brennan looks to have made a good one on the inside. Up high and wide is Leon Flint. He gets round the outside of the rider in blue, which is Sam Hagen. And this time at the back, it's Matej IVACIC from Tigers, but out front, it's Brennan. He can ride exactly where he wants here on this one. He's made the front, picking his line and really flying. Sam Hagen now starting to come to terms with Leon Flint. Has a bit of pace, he's caught up a couple of bike lengths on him. Flint's going high and out wide. Hagen's tried to leave it down the inside. It didn't kind of work for him, bit too skiddy. But it's a win in red for Tom Brennan, second in white. Third was blue, and at the back is yellow. That's the order over the line. There's your winner, Tom Brennan. I think I'm right in saying that's his 7th win on the trot last week and this week. And he is riding well in the Pirates race jacket. So there we go, the result of Heat 7. 4-2 heat in favour of the Pirates, and in first place was Tom Brennan in red for the Pirates. He picks up the 3 points. Second in white was Leon Flint. He picks up a couple for the Tigers. In third in blue was Sam Hagen. He picks up the solitary all-important point. And at the back on this occasion, Matej IVACIC in yellow for the Tigers. So 7 races down, and the match score is 23 to the Pirates, 19 to the Tigers. And the Pirates also open up a 6-point lead on the aggregate score. 69 to the Pirates, 63 to the Tigers. As you can see, we have our track grader out now. Our tractor bringing some of the soil back in. We've got gate stats here, and as you can see, wins from gate 4 are very popular this evening. 3 from there, 2 from gate 3, 1 from gate 1 and 1 from gate 2, but sometimes you have to look at the points. Well, 3 wins from gate 4, it hasn't been the most points. The most points has come off of gate 3. So we've got the second tractor out now, and Water Bowser as well. Warm night, you can see the tractor driver's got the door open, getting a bit of wind through the sails. Terry the track is here somewhere as well this evening, overlooking proceedings. Our former track curator, he's here having a look this evening. So while the track is being graded, we will head over to the pits, and our roaming reporter
So a quick look down the Tigers line, and plenty of work going on down there to keep things on track. And Cami Brown there just having a word with Ben Barker about no doubt things that are happening out on track, and Ben going okay so far. 2 second places in his guest booking for the Tigers, and not too bad at all really. 23.19 and pretty sound from the Tigers. Long way to go of course, and a lot of work to do to overhaul the Pirates over the 2 legs, but they're working together nicely as a team, and we can't rule the Tigers out of what they might do in this particular meeting. So let's let them carry on their hard work, and we'll go round and have a look on the Pirates side just to see what's happening. And just have a look at Richard Lawson there, getting his toolkit together, ready to go again in the next few races. Midlow's here. Midlow, we're on the live stream, and close meeting so far, going quite well, but lots of work to be done still.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, like I said earlier on, I mean, Glasgow come down here with a point to prove, haven't they? After we turned them over up at their place, and yeah, they're giving us a good run for it, that's for sure.
Track conditions out there, how do you see them?
Good. I think right now it's perfect. I mean, they were going to put some order on. I've told them not to because it's no dust. Obviously, you've got to think of the crowd, which I fully understand. But right now, it's absolutely perfect.
Chance to push on now, an advantage, but we need to keep the foot to the medal.
Yeah, absolutely right. I mean, we get into tactical territory. They can come back at us again. Obviously, with Bomber found his feet again, as usual. We knew he would. So yeah, we've got to have our wits about us for sure.
Leave you to go on the boys. Thanks, Neil. It's Neil Middleditch, obviously very aware of what's going on. Tobias THOMSEN there, just gearing up, ready to come out in heat number 8 when the tractor's done its thing. And he'll have Vinnie FOORD as his partner. Vinnie, who we spoke to earlier on, of course, enjoying a positive night so far. But we mustn't put the commentator's curse on that. Just hope Vinnie can find some more points in the locker. Bit of a conflab here with the Poole boys, no doubt sharing information. Interesting to hear what Midlow said there about track being almost perfect. So let's hope that the boys are sharing that information with him and he with them, so that we get some passing in the races that are coming very shortly. And down at the bottom there, Sam Hagen in discussion with Martin Dugard, Martin, his mentor, who's been by his side, I think, at nearly every meeting this year, and calling on all of his many, many years of excellent speedway experience to guide and advise and steer young Hagen in the right direction. So I can hear the 2-minute time allowance sounding off behind us, which means time to pass back to Scotty in the grandstand.
Yeah, thanks, Rob. We are just hearing that Jason Garrad has been withdrawn from the meeting with a collarbone injury. So he's been sidelined for the rest of the meeting. So coming out in this next heat, instead of him, will be James Pearson. So I can only imagine that Pearson will take his rides for the rest of the meeting, although I suppose a tack sub could come into play maybe in heat 14 in his place. So that's me looking too far forward in the programme with my manager's head on. But here we go then with heat 8, sponsored by our friends at Bournemouth Bedding Centre. In gate 1 in blue is Vinnie FOORD for the Pirates. He's having a good night so far. Gate 2 in yellow, James Pearson for the Tigers. Gate 3 in red, Tobias THOMSEN for the Pirates. And in gate 4 in white is Jack Smith for the Tigers. Obviously son of former British champion Andy Smith, Staffordshire born. It's Jack Smith. Hasn't always had the best of nights here at Wimborne Road. Developing as a rider. He was here first when he was 16. Only natural, I suppose, when your father's Andy Smith, you do take it up at a young age. So here we go then, heat 8, the tapes are up and away we go. And it's a good one from Vinnie. Everybody's got there at the same time. Jack Smith's gone down at the back, the red lights are on. I'm sure all 4 will be back in. A bit of the old-fashioned first bend bunching.
Getting that one away with the rider in white, Jack Smith, who came to grief up there on turn 1. The referee rules an unsatisfactory start. All 4 riders will be back to the restart of the 8th.
I think I was just watching what was going on there, and yeah, Vinnie FOORD has lost his, or somebody lost a steel shoe, and it was attached to Vinnie FOORD's bike. Yes, it looks like the rider in white, James Pearson, had his steel shoe. If we could have run that, that would have been lovely. Had his steel shoe attached to Vinnie FOORD's foot peg. That's how tight it got on turn 1. And yeah, so Vinnie FOORD pulled up and said, "Hey James, I've got your foot peg, your steel shoe on my foot peg," and they passed it and transferred it over. Chris Harris there having a little look at Jack Smith's bike there with Andy Smith, his dad.
Well, thanks for your appreciation and respect for Jack Smith, who takes the ball back to the
Jack Smith is up and looks okay.
Credit to the Tigers skipper.
Sporting quite a tidy mullet this evening, Jack Smith. There will be a restart. All 4 will be back in.
Looking after his teammates as well, playing a captain's role.
I think after the result on Friday, I think 1 or 2 of the Pirates fans were thinking that this could be a bit of a cricket score here tonight, especially without Stevie Worrell, who we know is a track specialist here. He has an ear infection and is ruled out. So you see there, a bit of juice there on the track to fill the bike up. Bonner's probably cleaning out the clutch because the bike went over on that side. And here we can see start again. And yeah, everything gets close. I'm looking, there we go, the steel shoe, there it is on Vinnie FOORD's foot peg as he goes around the first corner. Chain tension in there with James Pearson. Developing as a rider is James, been over here a couple of years now. More recognisable for his pink and black regalia, Kevlars and bike decal back in the day. Leon Flint there doing a few tear-offs for Jack, throwing a few on. Back in my motocross days, it was always good. The tear-offs. There was nothing more frustrating when you'd grabbed at the side of the goggles and tore the tear-offs off. And when you let your thumb and your finger go, you see about 3 or 4 go at the same time. And you'd pull too many off, and yeah, they were in the track, and then it was a long old race with dirty goggles. Smith looks to be asking a bit of advice from his captain there, Leon Flint, giving a bit of advice there to young Jack Smith. Vinnie Foord's confidence is high, and there we go. There's James Pearson's racing sort of usual regalia. It's that black and pink that I was telling you about there with his mechanic.
Alright, there goes the 2 minutes. It's a restart with 4 at 4 for heat number 8. Second time of asking them, Tobias THOMSEN, Vinnie FOORD, James Smith and James Pearson.
I've got a feeling that's James Shane's there, mechanicking for James Pearson. I was watching his Facebook the other day. He was bailing some square bells of hay. James Shane's. Our riders are all back, heading to tapes. The 2 minutes is on. So here we go. Once again, Heat 8, still sponsored by Bournemouth Bedding Centre. Double bubble for them with a rerun. In Gate 1, in blue, is Vinnie FOORD. He had a good start last time out. In Gate 2, in yellow, is James Pearson for the Tigers. Gate 3 in red was Tobias THOMSEN for the Pirates, and in Gate 4 in white is Jack Smith for the Tigers. And he had to pick himself up the floor. Is he going to be Bomber-like? Bomber loves picking himself up off the floor here and then going off and running. He can be run over, he can do whatever here. It's always heroics from Bomber here at Wimborne Road. That's why he gets rapturous applause every time he's announced on the parade here. Fans here love him like he's a home rider. So away we go. Heat 8 is underway again, and it's Vinnie FOORD that's made the start again. And look who's coming around the outside of him. It's Tobias THOMSEN, so it's the Pirates on a 5-1. Tobias needs to let Vinnie know that it's him that's on the inside now. Tobias, being the more senior rider, is going to have to see him home. Pearson really having a good go there, but he's absolutely locked her up and let the boys get away at the front in the form of the Pirates. It's Vinnie FOORD again. He won his first race this evening for the Pirates in his first ride, and he's now out there out front in his third ride. He's got 1 lap to go. I'm sure Tobias will just nurse him home. He'll be the experienced man here. Let Vinnie go on and win this one. And it looks like a 5-1 in the favour of Pirates. It's blue, red, yellow and white as they come over the line.
Pirates 1-2 as they put a 5-1 off the board. Vinnie FOORD and Tobias THOMSEN around.
There we go. The crowd will go absolutely bananas for these two guys, two of the characters of this 2024 team. There goes Toby. The celebratory donut there for the 5-1. The crowd love it. So here's a confirmation of Heat 8. It's a win for the rider in blue. His second one of the evening for Vinnie FOORD for the Pirates. In second, following him home, his teammate was Tobias THOMSEN In third with James Pearson. He picks up the solitary point for the Tigers. And at the back, Jack Smith in white. So, 8 heats down. The match score now. The Pirates starting to open an 8-point lead. 28 to the Pirates, and it's 20 to the Tigers.
5-1 to the Pirates. 28 to the Pirates, 20 to the Tigers.
Watch Vinnie off the inside here again. Absolutely makes a beauty. Flies along forwards. Didn't need to get his elbows out. He was lovely. And from there, James Pearson had a good go. He looked like he was going to trouble the two Pirates, and then made a mistake here on lap 2 going into the turn, and look at that, does a full slide, locks her up, and that was the end of the race for him.
Substitute, and that will be Chris Harris in heat number 9, pulling on the yellow helmet colour, to be partnered by Ben Barker.
So we're just hearing there's going to be a tack sub in his heat. It will be Chris Harris in yellow, not James Pearson. Cami Brown going early now that the Tigers are 8 points behind. In league matches, you can put in one tactical sub to try and catch up. Cami Brown thinks the time is now. So, Heat 9, sponsored by Pirate Cast. In gate 1 in blue is Zach Cook. For the Pirates in gate 2 is Ben Barker in white for the Tigers. Gate 3 in red is Captain Cook for the Pirates. And gate 4 is Captain Harris for the Tigers. It's Chris Harris. Not Captain Harris from Police Academy, obviously. The 80s TV movie. So here we go then. Our riders are in. They're ready to go. Our start marshal's ready. This is a big heat and it's the two Pirates out front. It's the Cook brothers. Zach's going to have to squeeze that up and stop Harris coming by. He leaves racing room, fair racing room. Harris gets filled in, so it's still the two Cook brothers out front. It's Harris the tack sub. He's in third place, and it's at the back. It's Ben Barker. Can the Cook brothers perform a 5-1 over Harris, the tactical sub? Zach's now taken wide and using that dirt line. Ben is clearing off at the front. It's all about whether Harris can now get over the top of Zach. They're both riding a similar line. Zach stayed that 3 bike lengths in front of the tack sub Harris. So Cami Brown jumped early. It hasn't quite worked. It's a win for the rider in red, Ben Cook. Then Zach Cook in second in blue. In third was Chris Harris. And at the back was Ben Barker in yellow. In white, sorry. It's a 5-1 heat advantage in the favour of the Pirates. That's 2 back-to-back now. That's your winner. In red with his nice little wheelie there. So here's a confirmation of the result of Heat 9. It's a win for the rider in red, Ben Cook. He picks up the 3 points. In second, in blue, is Zach Cook in blue for the Pirates. In third, in yellow, was the tack sub, Chris Harris. And at the back was Ben Barker in white. So the match score after 9 heats is 33 to the Pirates, 21 to the Tigers. Now we're on a replay here, and you can see how well the Pirates jumped out of those gates 1 and 3. The last couple of meetings, 1 and 3, have been extremely good, but Zach did really well there to stay high and wide and not allow bomb around the outside, and he in turn picked up grip to propel him forward so that Chris Harris couldn't get him. There's our referee's box. That is Chris Gay.
Tobias THOMSEN, Poole Pirates.
Taking a mouthful of water. He hasn't been a busy boy this evening
Matej IVACIC.
yet. We still have plenty of heats to go. So here we go then with heat 10. On the inside in blue is Tobias THOMSEN for the Pirates. In gate 2 in yellow is Matej IVACIC for the Tigers. Gate 3 is Richard Lawson in red for the Pirates, and in gate 4 Liam Flint in white for the Tigers.
1, 2 and 2 so far for the number 1 Richard Lawson.
Pirates have opened up a 12-point lead.
Starting from the inside gate, number 1.
As you can see, they've opened up a 14-point lead on aggregate with the 2-point win up there. The 2 points was on Friday, that 46-44 win up at Glasgow.
First catching in heat 3, the rider in yellow is Matej IVACIC.
Start Marshall starts to call the riders in. Here we go then. Gate is up on E10 and there he is. He's out front, Matej IVACIC. He's made a start again. But the referee's lights have come on. I'm not sure why. Oh, that'll be why. There's a chain left on the track there somewhere. He was out in gate 4. It's pretty much dug in the ground. Wheels it off like a snake.
Just reviewing what happened at the start of heat number 10.
The
Rider's been asked to head back to the pit.
referee is coming down.
We'll back to you. The referee is taking the screen before we announce the verdict.
So here we have
Watch this, guys.
that original start. We've got the referee here with me. This is the angle.
See it again or not?
I'm hoping we can see that again if possible. It's all about the rider in gate 4. He looked to be under power when the tapes went. So we're having a little look here. And the reason for the look, when the red lights went on, we're just checking there. The referee's been stood here with me. Sorry for that slight delay. The referee was stood here. And it's all about whether the rider in white, Liam Flint, was under power or not when the exclusion light went on. And I think he has a feeling that he was not. The chain had already expired and stopped. He had stopped at the line before the red lights went on. So I would imagine that he's excluded. Yep, the white exclusion light has gone on. And there's our bumper crowd in this evening.
All right, well, you can see there the white disqualification
So yes, there we go. The rider in white will be excluded as not being under power when the red lights came on. He was definitely under power as the race started. By the time 20 yards down the track, the red lights went on. The rider in white was not under power. So the rider in white is out. It's a three-man race we have now as the restart of Heat 10. Unfortunate for Leon Flint. And I have to say unfortunate for Matej IVACIC because he was actually out there and made a lovely start. Here we go then. Here's the lineup for Heat 10 once more. Gate 1 is Tobias THOMSEN for the Pirates in blue. Gate 2 is Matej IVACIC for the Tigers in yellow. And in gate 3 is Richard Lawson in red for the Pirates. And obviously gate 4 has no rider because Leon Flint was not under power when the red lights went on. Tobias there being called forward. Away they go, Heat 10's underway. And IVACIC has made another great start. But here comes Lawson up the inside with a bit of home track knowledge. He dive bombs him into turn 3. Ivanovic coming back up the inside. But IVACIC made a good start there. Got beat up going into turn 3 and on the inside of turn 2. Tobias THOMSEN at the back in blue for the Pirates. So you'd think all bar mechanical failure here. This is how it's going to stay. Lawson takes the last lap flag as he heads off, looking over his shoulder to see if he can help his partner. His partner's a bit further back. So it's a win for Richard Lawson in red. Second in yellow is Matej IVACIC for the Tigers. In third in blue is Tobias THOMSEN for the Pirates. Here comes your heat winner in red, Richard Lawson. So here comes confirmation of the Heat 10 result with a 4-2 heat advantage in the favour of the Pirates. It's a win for the rider in red, the Rocket Man, Richard Lawson. It's his third one this evening. In second, in yellow, was Matej IVACIC. For the Tigers in third was Tobias THOMSEN, and obviously excluded in the original start was Leon Flint. So the match scorer with 10 heats down is 37 to the Pirates, 23 to the Tigers. The Pirates open up a 14-point lead.
It was a 4-2 to the Pirates, now it's 37 to the Pirates, 23 to the Tigers, and that winning time against 60.69.
So here we go. Pirates are out and ready for Heat 11, and another rider in this one unbeaten so far tonight in the form of Tom Brennan.
Ready to go for the Pirates. Call for Chris Harris and Jack Smith now from the Tigers.
2-minute clock running down. Bomber and Jack Smith on the two riders due out. There you can see the countdown clock on the centre green. countdown clock points at our start marshals, the riders, and of course our referee up in the referee's box so that he knows who's doing what and who's not here on time. So here we go, it's Heat 11, sponsored by Link Fabrication. In Gate 1 in white is Chris Harris for the Tigers. In Gate 2 in red is Tom Brennan for the Pirates. He's unbeaten so far this evening. Gate 3 in yellow is Jack Smith for the Tigers. And in Gate 4 in blue is Sam Hagen for the Pirates. Tapes are up and away we go with Heat 11. And it's Harris gives Brennan a big old shove, but it's allowed Brennan to make a straight line of it. Harris is right up against the fence. He is finding every bit of grip. That's a brave ride from Harris. In third is Jack Smith. And at the back is Sam Hagen. Brennan having a real good go here to see where Bomber's riding. So all the damage was done off that Gate 1. Bomber made the corner his own. He went from the inside to the outside, and anybody that was in his way was moved over a bit, and he made the fast line first, and he made it his. At the back, Jack Smith having a good ride there in third. And as we come to the line, it's a winner for the rider in white, Chris Harris. Second, Tom Brennan. Third, in yellow, Jack Smith. And fourth at the back, Sam Hagen. It's a 4-2 heat advantage in the favour of the Tigers this time round. Here's the confirmation of the Heat 11 result. As I said, 2 to the Pirates and 4 to the Tigers. 4-2 heat advantage for them. It was a good win for Chris Harris. Forced his way to the front there on turn 2 in white for the Tigers. In second, Tom Brennan was in hot pursuit but couldn't quite get past, was on the same speed. That was Tom Brennan in red for the Pirates. In third was Jack Smith in yellow for the Tigers, and at the back was Sam Hagen in blue for the Pirates. So, after 11 heats, the match score 39 to the Pirates, 27 to the Tigers. The Tigers claw back 2 of those points. And here we go, you can see it was a good one there, but just going into the corner, when Brennan wanted to turn, Harris was already there. He then headed straight to the high line, which is no problem with that. He's perfectly entitled to do it, and he did it, and the race was his from there. As you can see, he just started to accelerate and get away. Brennan did start to get back in contact with him by riding wider, but Harris was already there, and it's like a train track. If you're the same speed and you're riding the same line, unfortunately you're on the same line and can't get by. You have to ride something different. Here's our tractor on track doing a bit of grading, and here are our gate stats, and Gate 3 looks to be the one. 4 wins from there. Gates 4 and 1, 3 wins apiece in Gate 2. Seems to be a bit of a graveyard this evening, but it's looking at the points from each gate. Even though there's been 4 wins from Gate 4, the actual points from Gate 2 are better. This is all the headaches that the managers have when they're picking for Heat 15. So, looks like we're on the track break, and here's team course so far. 3 wins out of 3 for Richard Lawson. Ben Cook came back with a win in his last heat. Tom Brennan, he's had his first loss for a couple of meetings here to Bomber Harris. That's nothing to be sneezed at. And there's Vinnie Foord with his 2 wins. He's proud as punch down there at reserve with his 2 wins, his first 2 here at Wimborne Road. go over to the Glasgow Tigers side. Well, there's 9 from Bomber Harris. Is some of the resistance. We expect that from Bomber. 5 from IVACIC. He's looking good. Ben Barker was unlucky in his last race. I don't know what changes he made, but I'm sure he'll go back to the setup that saw him get a couple of second places. And James Pearson there giving it a go down at reserve. So as our tractor goes round and continues his job, we will head over to the pits and our roaming reporter Rob Dyer and see what info he's got from us for the run.
Well, we're in pit lane and Cami Brown's with us. Cami, let's have your report on things so far.
We started really well, very encouraging, but we're falling away a little bit again, which we seem to do quite often at Poole. A lot of teams do, to be honest, because it's very difficult. Poole have got a very good team. I've got to say there's not a lot of passing after bends 1 and 2, and it's all out the gate tonight. So if you don't make the gate, you have very little chance indeed. I mean, our new Slovakian has had 2 really good races, both of which he looked really classy, and the race he lost, he looked like a novice, and that's what this track can do sometimes. It is what it is. We've just got to cope with it, and it's a bit different from our track, but we're still we're still there or thereabouts, and we're not going to give in. You see Bomber going out for a tactical ride, running the last, and then coming out that ride and getting a great win. So we're not going to give in, and we'll keep going right to the end.
I guess coming to Poole's got some terrific memories for you, because at the end of last year you picked up the silverware, and it was a night to remember for all Glasgow Tigers fans. It was.
It's a night I'll never forget. But that's last season now, and we need to move forward. And Poole are very, very strong again this year. We're probably not quite strong at the moment. Just things haven't been going our way. With a lot of bad luck with Stevie, been injured with not a speedway injury. It's a shame, because you expect occasionally to get a speedway injury during a season, and we've had a few of them as well. But to have an injury out with speedway that's keeping him out of speedway is really, and he was just beginning to really click for us. 13 and a 15, and we're missing that. And especially here, he's brilliant at gating, and you guys had him here for long enough. So we miss him here, we miss him at Scunthorpe, and it's just the way things. We just haven't had the luck this season we probably had last season.
Winning the league has got its plaudits, but it also comes with a few downsides, doesn't it? Because you build yourself up to a team average which is probably quite higher than the new average for the coming season, and you have to break down what you've built.
Yeah, I mean, we had to lose Tom and Ben Basso, and the hard guys to replace. I mean, Tom's here, and you see how good he is. He's improving all the time, and Ben's irreplaceable. He's getting better and better, and he couldn't do championship this season, unfortunately. I know he misses being at Glasgow, and we miss him, but he had to rebuild again, and sometimes it works and sometimes it doesn't. I'm not saying it hasn't worked, because we're still in with the chance of making the playoffs, and if you get in the playoffs, anything can happen. I mean, you saw how close it was on Friday night between our 2 teams at Glasgow. It was close till a few heats ago here, so anything can happen. If our Slovenian boy starts getting bedded in, we're obviously going to look for we're going to need a new number 7, because unfortunately Jason's out for the season. He's broken his collarbone, so it's just another there's one of our new riders in, and he's straight back out again. So we're going to have to see if we can find someone, or just have to use guests.
Talking about the playoffs, Cami, you're obviously on the fringe there, but there are several teams on the fringe, and there's going to be a big battle between the 4 clubs, I think, involved to make that 4th slot.
Yeah, well, I mean, Poole are obviously there, I think, without doubt. Oxford are very close to being there, and I think it's a bun fight between ourselves, Scunthorpe and Workington for the other 2 places, and we'll just have to hope that we can get in amongst that fight and get there, because we don't want to not be in the playoffs. It's not what Glasgow are about, and so that's our target at the moment, and see where it takes us.
Well, thanks for your time, Cami. Always good to talk to you. Thanks for your honest views.
Well, very friendly guys down here. We love coming down. It's a hard place to come speedway wise, but you guys always make it friendly, and hopefully we feel you feel the same way when you guys come up to our place.
Thanks, Cami.
That's what speedway's about.
Absolutely. Nice words. Thanks, Cami. Thanks for your time. There we are. That's Cami Brown, and if we look over to the track area, I think you can see the water bowser is on duty out there, which is a little bit unusual at this time of the night. And I've got to say that there's a fair lineup of Poole Pirates riders eagerly looking over the fence to see what's going on. And yeah, it's been a dusty old, hot and dusty day down here on the south coast. But track maintenance and track prep is an art in itself, and on goes the Bowser again to see if we can keep down a little bit of the dusts that started to rise up over the last few heats. So let's hope that the tractor can do its thing. We'll just have a word with Neil. Happy with the tractor going round in the Bowser?
Yeah, I mean, it's getting a little bit dusty, so he needs a little bit, but he needs to go a bit faster because he's just drop water going into turn 3 there on the slick patch, which makes it tricky going in. But this is fine. It's just, you can water around the outside, but you can't water on the race line because it's like tarmac on the inside, and we all know what wet tarmac is. If you're in a car, it's very hard to control, and it's the same on a speedway bike. So but he needs to stop now.
Meeting's going the Pirates' way now.
Yeah, I mean that was a big heat, when Bomber and Ben put Bomber out as a tactical, and with Zach and Ben, and they did really well there. So that was good. I mean that was their roll of the dice, and they've had it now. So we just got to keep. Still got a few races to go yet, and Bomber's obviously going to be in a couple of them for sure. So we've just got to keep our wits about us.
Yeah, stay solid.
We will do.
Thanks, Neil. There we go. That's the views of the two team managers from down here on the centre, and with the tractor heading off in the general direction of the holding area. I think maybe it's time that we return to Scotty up in the grandstand, who can take race commentary forward in a few moments' time.
Yeah, thanks, Rob. Great stuff as usual. That is James Shanes. He's spanner in for James Pearson. And James's dad there as well with him. James Pearson, only from up the road. He's another former Pirate. A terrible arm injury last year after a crash, and decided to sit this year out. As James Shanes. You can see from there we're going round. Jake Blurrett there doing Bomber's bikes. Bomber having a chat there with Andy Smith. Probably a machinery discussion. Further down the pits, I think I saw Neil there. He's been spannering. There's Jack Smith. Maybe he's watching Pirates TV on that phone. Neil down there, he's been spannering for Ben Basso at the start of the year, big Neil. Basso obviously being injured. The bike's been a bit plastered there, hasn't it? James Pearson. His 4 points has been getting filled in for fun. And track graders put some water on, and now the tractor's back out there grading over the water so it doesn't stay too much there on the surface. Now to soak into the material that's on the track. Packing it a bit there as well. Neil Middleditch there with Richard Lawson. Richard's very interested to see what the tractor's been doing. Bit of a wry smile. Fairly warm evening now. The sun has gone down. Temperatures are still quite high here at Wimborne Road, but more bearable. Particularly if you're not riding one of those motorcycles, I bet it's still particularly warm outside. Tobias THOMSEN out there, he's stripped off all his gear off, he's done for the evening. And ride at number 2. Your race meeting, unless you're winning every race, is done. How about heat 10 with the way that the rides are programmed? There's Vinnie FOORD, the tractor's still out on track, and Vinnie's still sat there waiting to go. He's having a good night. He's had 2 wins and a third. He can't wait to get out there. He'll be out in Heat 12 alongside Captain Cook. Yeah, hi to Mick and Liz down in Australia if you've stayed up. And watching your boys this evening. Pirates doing a hell of a job once again. Let's not forget they're leading this meeting 39-27 with a 14-point lead. Sam Hagen there, obviously with his portable blower sat on his lap. There isn't that much draft here at Wimborne Road at the moment. Sam has one programme ride to go. That'll be in Heat 14. Some of the fans taking a break from the seats, standing up, stretching their legs. Well, you can see Pirates TV being watched by Tom Brennan on his toolbox, on his iPad tablet. Other tablets are available, of course. If iPad would like to send one to Poole Speedway, we would be over the moon for mentioning them. Comes a very clean Tom Brennan. He's only been headed once here this evening. I'm going to look at his tyre. You can see the wear on one side there. No stone left unturned with these riders. Any advantage they can seek. That's a tubeless tyre. Clamp goes round and keeps that, so that if your tube, I say tubeless, it goes around the tube. So you're still able to inflate the tube, but the tyre, the tube, it will never go flat. You'll never run a flat tyre. Slightly different wheel rim on machinery running those, and I'm sure the wheel is slightly more expensive than a standard wheel. Zach Cook and Richard Lawson up on the gantry in the pits that looks over the top of the fencing, and taking a close inspection on what track grade is up to. So we're going to head to a video for a previous meeting while we wait for the track preparation to finish.
Look at the riders across the gate. In red from gate number 4 is Ben Cook for the Pirates. Next to him in yellow for the Tigers is Lee Complin. Then in blue on gate number 2 is Zach Cook for the Pirates. And in gate number 1 in the white helmet, Tigers guest tonight, Richie Worrell. So the riders settle, the start marshal is happy and moves away. Takes her up and off they go to the first bend. And Richie Worrell looks like he's made the best of that one, with the Cook brothers tucked in behind him. Richie riding a wider line there around the first third and fourth bends, and he's got a Cook brothers now starting to hunt him down. Ben Cook there takes up the chase in front of his brother, and Ben Cook is close to him, and if not past him, up the inside going into the first and second bend. That's a super piece of work from Ben Cook, and now Zach Cook is not far away, and he's moved to the outside line. Richie Wild's trying to protect the inside, but Cook isn't that far away from sneaking past him. Zach again goes wide into the dirt on bend number 2. He's got good speed down the back straight. Will he keep it wound on round the final 2 corners? Well, he's probably not going to make it, but it was...
So there we go then. The Cook brothers. Ben winning the heat. Previous visit by the Tigers last year in 2023. Here we go, Ben Cook's back out in Heat 12. This one sponsored by Fry's Electrical Limited. On the inside in Gate 1, in yellow is James Pearson for the Tigers. In Gate 2 is Ben Cook for the Pirates in red. In Gate 3 in white is Leon Flint for the Tigers, and in Gate 4 in blue is Vinnie Foord for the Pirates. He's got 2 wins to his name this evening.
Blue helmet colour is gate number 4. Give it up for Vinnie Foord.
Now Leon Flint had the problems in Heat 10, didn't he, where he got excluded, where he wasn't underpowered by the time the referee put the red lights on.
His race partner in gate number 1 in yellow, James Pearson.
Here we go then, up go the tapes and away we go. Ben Cook's made a good one. On the inside, James Pearson's made a good one. Vinnie made a poor one, but he cut back. He finds himself, Vinnie Foord, in second place. Now he's having a look at James Pearson in yellow. Having a look up the inside, grabs a bit of grip. Starting to get some track craft here, Vinnie. Gonna try it again. Pearson's gone wide. Vinnie's coming up the Hague Avenue. He has got to be careful. He's got the wily Leon Flint behind him in white. Has Vinnie. It's Foord. He's now been attacked by Leon Flint. Has Flint got enough around the outside? Foord shuts the door. James Pearson still sat in second. Vinnie has a good look at James Pearson. We're heading to the checker flag. We've got half a lap to go. Can Vinnie get up the inside of Pearson? He gives it a go, but I don't think he makes it. Found a lot of drive on the inside up the Hague Avenue. It's definitely Ben Cook. He wins it in red. Nothing between the riders in yellow, James Pearson, and Vinnie Foord in blue. We'll watch them as they come to the line, but it was Leon Flint at the back. And here we come. It looks like, Pearson by half a bite. We're not quite level with the line there, but it's a 4-2 heat score. I feel it's a result of Heat 12. So here we go. Here's the confirmation of the Heat 12 result. It's a 4-2 heat advantage in the favour of the Pirates. It's a win for Ben Cook in red. He picks up the 3 points in second. James Pearson in yellow. In third was Vinnie Foord trying in blue. And in fourth was Leon Flint in white. Match score after 12 heats, 43 to the Pirates, 29 to the Tigers. And of course, it now is 1 point needed, 2 points needed for the aggregate score in the favour of the Pirates over the 2 heat meetings.
Lawson and Tom Brennan for the Pirates. For the Tigers, Chris Harris and Ben Barker.
So here we go then. It's heat 12. No, it's 13, sorry. Sponsored by Global Heating Limited. It's the ones and the fives. And on the inside in gate 1 is the Pirates number 1, Richard Lawson in red. In gate 2 in white is Chris Harris, the Tigers captain. Gate 3 in blue is Tom Brennan for the Pirates, and in gate 4 is Ben Barker in yellow for the Tigers. Now Tom Brennan will not be happy that Bomber got one over on him when he was on the inside of him when they were both on gates 1 and 2. He's now got a similar scenario here, with Bomber being on 2 and Tom Brennan being on 3. So Lawson on the inside in red, Barker on the outside. This is heat 13, ladies and gentlemen. Up go the tapes and away we go. Brennan's made a beaut and so has Lawson up the inside. Brennan's gone up high. It's Lawson out front now. Bomber and Barker absolutely going at it, nearly wiping each other out down there in 3 and 4. But it's the Pirates duo out front. And now Harris will start to wind the speed up. He will do his very best to break this Pirates duo. He's making inroads on Brennan. No two ways about it. He's gone for a tighter line this time round and it hasn't really brought him any bike lengths. Brennan getting closer to Lawson. Lawson keeping a look over his shoulder. Better turn there from Harris. Harris turns in early. Tries to get a big grip and make a long straight of it. But it's not going to happen for him. It's going to be a 5-1 in favour of the Pirates. It's red, blue, white and yellow as they come over the line. It's a 5-1 heat advantage to the Pirates. It's the maximum heat score for the Pirates. There is your heat winner, the rider in red. Here comes Tom Brennan with a very nice controlled wheelie indeed. In blue. So the confirmation of heat 13 result is a 5-1 heat score in the favour of the Pirates. It's a win for Richard Lawson in red for the Pirates, followed down by his partner in blue, Tom Brennan. Third was the ever-trying Chris Harris in white for the Tigers, but in fourth was Ben Barker for the Tigers in yellow. The heat score, well, the match score after 13 hits is 48 to the Pirates, 30 to the Tigers. It's a match win. And not only that, on aggregate, it is now 94 to the Pirates. And they take the bonus point as well over the two fixtures. And here you go, you can see Brennan made an absolute beautiful launch off a 3. And his partner had done the same and crawled around the curb on the inside where there were lots of curbs. Lots of grip on the curb and there was nothing Bomber Harris could do about it. So, heat 14 it is then. Zach Cook's already there on the line. Sam Hagen takes his fourth ride of the evening. Indifferent night for Sam. It's just last couple of weeks he's just seems to have left his starting gloves at home. There's no problem with his pace and speed, but he hasn't been making the starts he was making earlier in the season. So here we go. Off the inside, it's sponsored by Maidment Properties. And on the inside in gate 1 in white is Matej IVACIC, and on the gate 2 in blue, Sam Hagen for the Pirates. Gate 3 in yellow, the busy man, James Pearson for the Tigers. And gate 4 in red is Zach Cook for the Pirates. IVACIC has looked really good for me here on his first visit. Made a couple of good starts. A new track to him.
Matej IVACIC. And in yellow, the reserve change is James Pearson on gate number 3 for the Tigers.
Start Marshal Colin calls the riders in. Here we go then, takes her up on heat 14. And it's a good one from IVACIC again, and he's followed through by his partner James Pearson. And now the Pirates are all over the two Tigers like a rash. Big move round the outside. Zach Cook, he keeps it on. He got past Pearson and now cuts back up the inside of him. Masterful stuff there from Zach Cook. He now takes after. IVACIC out front. Sam Masters there, Sam Hagen there at the back. Zach's not done here. Zach is not done here. He's going high and wide, trying to make something of it. Now coming up the inside. Down on turn 2. He'll have one big last one round the outside. He gets shut off. Takes one down the inside. Almost makes it. It looks like IVACIC in white still makes it. What a try though from Zach Cook. It's white, it's red, it's yellow and blue as they come over the line.
Matej IVACIC and Zach Cook.
IVACIC gets up, I think. Yeah, I think he does, but what an effort. Good stuff from IVACIC. The result is a 4-2 heat advantage. And there's your winner. Confirmation of the heat 14 result. IVACIC wins it in white for the Tigers. In second is Zach Cook, not for the lack of trying, in red for the Pirates. In third, James Pearson in yellow for the Tigers. And at the back, Sam Hagen in blue for the Pirates. 14 heats down. The match score is 50 to the Pirates, 34 to the Tigers with one heat to go.
Second in red, chasing him down, Zach Cook. Third in yellow, James Pearson. Fourth in blue, Sam Hagen. 4-2 to the Tigers.
Head down to, I think he's being told by Cami Brown, you're out again, son. Nice work. So we do try and guess who goes where. Here's the gate stats for the evening. Pirates will get the pick of gates because they lost the toss in heat 15. Gate 1, 28 points from there. Gate 3, 24 from there, and just 17 and 15 from 2 and 4. So you'd fancy that the Pirates would pick up gates 1 and 3 if they have our stats down there in pit lane. Here's where the points have been coming from. 12 from Lawson, unbeaten again this evening. You wouldn't bank on him not being out in heat 15. Brennan's been backing him up well. 9 from Ben Cook as well. 10 from Brennan. And Vinnie Foord down there with 8 at reserve. Super week it's been for him. Chris Harris has provided most resilience here with 10 points. Matej IVACIC, he's picked up 8. And I expect we'll see him out in heat 15. Pirates fans. With the Sweet Caroline here from Neil Diamond. So we're going along the pits here and having a look who's coming out. So goggles there on Ben Cook's bike. Ben Cook's coming out in blue. Ben Cook in blue. Richard Lawson in red. So thanks for that, guys. That's pretty much just a guessing game from the Pirates side. And I have to feel it's going to be Bomber coming out and Matej IVACIC. I think I've been getting his name right all evening. That's what I'm calling him anyway. Impressive night for him. First visit to Wimborne Road. 8 points. Still one ride in the bag. There's no telling. The boy can start. There's no two ways about that. He's impressed me this evening on his first visit. Pirates fans just checking their programs out there. There's that Cook. Nearly provided the Hoaricks to get up in that last heat there, 14, didn't he? Sam Hagon. He really can't get the bike off the line tonight. Pirates lads heading out to centre green. They will go out and watch from centre green. We'll meet the sponsors. And there will be interviews on the centre green as we close the meeting.
In white for the Glasgow Tigers, Matej IVACIC. And in the yellow helmet colour,
There are two boys that were out in heat 14.
in the yellow helmet colour, Chris
Just discussing what happened and where.
Ben Cook.
Lawson and Ben Cook head out to the start. 2 minutes is on. Our referee Chris Gay is
2 minutes on the clock for those 4 riders. Heat 15
looking to get this heat 15 done and dusted. I'm still unsure of the riders who are coming out for the opposition.
We've got Pirates up the line.
Guessing it's going to be Bomber. Bomber's coming out for the Tigers in yellow. Here we go then, heat 15 sponsored by Morris Holmes. Gate 1 unbeaten this evening is Richard Lawson in red. Gate 2 in white is Matej IVACIC for the Tigers. Gate 3 is Captain Cook in blue for the Pirates off of gate 3. And in gate 4 is the ever-present Chris Bomber Harris in yellow, captain of the Tigers. I reckon he's going to try and start out there, and he'll stay out there and try and get a wide one round. And if he can, he'll cut back if somebody's already up there on the high line. Only time will tell. The bonus point is in the bag. The match win is in the bag. The Tigers have put up a good fight this evening. Early doors, they were right with it. So here we go, heat 15, final one of the evening, and away we go. Lawson's made a good one. IVACIC has made not a bad one either. Ben Cook looking to go through a gap that's gradually closed when he got there. Bomber's up the inside of IVACIC, and Ben Cook's come through to pass a lot of them. He's come up the Hague Avenue on the inside, caught them both asleep. The two Tigers were absolutely sound asleep in the pocket rocket, come through the Hague Avenue there, and now he's on full gas. He's chasing Richard Lawson. The Pirates fans absolutely love that. What a move. Ben Cook tried to go between them on bend 2, the gap was not there, and come down to bend 4, and the gap was up the inside, and the pocket rocket Ben Cook was up the Hague Avenue, and he made the pass stick. So the boys are now out front. It's all bar the shouting, going to be a 5-1 to the Pirates. Lawson looks over his shoulder. It's blue, it's red, blue, yellow and white as they come over the line. The fans are ecstatic. It's a 15-point max for Richard Lawson. There's your heat winner. What a move, though. That race will be remembered for that move from Ben Cook round the inside. The Pirates' fate will go absolutely bananas for that one. So here's the confirmation of that Heat 15 result. It's a win for Richard Lawson. It's a 5-1 heat advantage to the Pirates. It's a win for Richard Lawson in red. He takes a 15-point max on the night. Second in blue is Ben Cook. Third in yellow was Chris Harris for the Tigers, and at the back, Matej IVACIC for the Tigers. So your match result is 55 to the Pirates, 35 to the Tigers. 20-point win at home. There's the aggregate result, 101 to the Pirates, 79 to the Tigers. So the bonus point comes back to Wimborne Road as well and goes on to the league tally. You can see on centre green are very happy. Dan Ford there. Here where the points were got. Ben Cook, lovely, 11 plus 1 for him, 15-point max for Richard Lawson. They just keep happening for him, and race wins here at Wimborne Road. 10 points for Tom Brennan. Never get overlooked is Vinnie Foord. 8 points, massive contribution from him at reserve. Bomber Harris, as always, over on the Tigers side, trying his heart out. Leon Flint just tailed off towards the end of the evening. Matej IVACIC, he gave it a good go. Got a bit blocked out there in the last one, but impressive on his first visit. And Pearson was down there at number 6 on his own, trying his heart out for his team. So we have the interviews here with our centre green presenter, Nigel Leahy.
Always smiling, always happy with it. Tonight maybe not maximum, but 2 maximum, pay maximums on the road as well. Just everything fitting into place.
Yeah, exactly that. The start of the meeting sort of started a little bit hairy for us. We always took a while to get going, which we always seem to do, right? But we all worked really hard in the pits. The whole team really worked together today, and managed to get good towards the end. So really happy with it.
It was an absolutely brilliant result, as you say. You had us all worried. What about this guy, Vinnie Foord? I mean, the fans love him. The Pirates, you take him to him as well. He's fitted in the treat.
Exactly that. I mean, look, he kind of wants the same as us, right? He obviously only wants to go and win, and he listens. He obviously respects all of us, and you can see the improvement week on week, and not only in points, but in the way he's riding the bike, in the way he's listening, and yeah, Vinny's making starts, and he's clearly quite a danger when he does make starts. So fantastic for us, and massive credit to him.
Absolutely is. We're all very happy tonight. Thank you, Tom Brennan. Ladies and gentlemen, please will you give it up for a man who's working overtime to try and get those points on the board. He's a true pirate through and through. Give it up for Sam Hagen, everybody. Sam, first of all, I'm going to say that you look a little bit hot there.
Yeah, obviously, it's been very frustrating night again. Obviously, not scoring very good. Trying to blame for me, sort of not being there at all last week. So it's tagged hard. Very frustrating, but
well, you're working as part of the team, Sam. It's a 7-rider setup. Everybody's contributing, and without your vital points, those away wins maybe up at Glasgow and Worthington would have been even more difficult. Give us a quick thought about those 2 away wins.
Yeah, obviously my 2-3 points made much of a difference, but no, it's just it's been pretty on session. I think I was trying to I'm down with the show, so I hope it's going to be fine for us.
Onwards and upwards to Sam Hagen, everybody. Well done, Sam. Over here I've got the man who we were worried tonight that he may not even be able to be fit to be here. But I told you at the start, he's made us tough stuff. Tobias THOMSEN. Tobias, we were waiting to hear that you would be fit tonight, and I'm glad to say that you are. Is it feeling okay? Speedway riders always say they're okay.
Yeah, it is always a lying race, but
it's more a lack of bike time and all that and fitness, because I can't run, I can't do nothing with this leg, you know. So yeah. And unfortunately, you had to miss out on the away trip, the Northern Tour. But I know your contribution to the Pirates has made a huge difference this year. So that in itself makes it all worthwhile. Oh, thanks for that. Yeah, look, I want to be up at the Northern Tour. There's some tracks I want to try out, like Glasgow Road, some really nice places. So yeah, in the future. Absolutely right. Thank you, Tobias THOMSEN. And our rider of the night, well, on a night when a man scores 15 from 5 rides, he's always going to be rider of the night, Richard Lawson! I'll catch a word with Richard in a moment. He's getting the award, and nice couple of bubbly, which could be opened later, of course. Richard, at last, 15 points. No good for the average. I saw you, I was waiting to see whether or not Ben was coming past, and you were waving him through, but he wasn't going. I don't think they know the rules anymore. You have to let the old boy through. No, it was a good night. Obviously, Glasgow a good side, and I think they pushed us early on. So, yeah, it's good. It's always good to get one over Glasgow. They're a mid-ball team, and obviously we owe them a big one. So, yeah, it was good. And thanks to you guys turning out. What a good support as well. Thanks. It was a quick turn on the ride, I think, when you were taking on Bomber. You were determined that he wasn't going to go away with the points. Yeah, it's always a good battle when you've got Bomber against you, and he showed up with Glasgow. But yeah, I was making good starts today, and just trying to keep him behind me straight away. So I had a look on that heat 15 and down the back straight, and I could see both Glasgow's. Oh god, here we go. And then Ben made sure with that, and since I did say. Absolutely, that was quite a ride. And from you too, thank you to Richard Lawson. Alright, we will wrap things up there, and we'll say a very good evening to you all. Thank you for being here with us. And of course, we are back in a week's time to take on the Scunthorpe Scorpions. I hope that you'll come and join us then and see what the Pirates can continue to do. 2 points tonight from the league and a bonus point as well. That means that they will remain at the top of the league and they're gaining on their competition. We're back here in a week's time, ladies and gentlemen. On a week's time, please take care of yourselves. Have a safe journey home. Come back and see us in 7 days. From me and from all of us here at Poole Speedway, a good night to you all and thank you.